Hi, welcome to Small Town Big Gays. We are the gays who are too large for how big of a town this is. Does that make sense how I just said that? I don't know. We haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay, good. Well, I'm Chance.
I'm Travis.
I was going to do this whole intro in an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Should I start over?
Sure.
Her whiskey. Welcome to Small Town Big Gays. I don't know. Is that a good... I don't think that's very good.
No.
Welcome to Small Town Big Gays. What's the crack?
Still not good.
Okay. Well,
you're trying.
I'm trying my best. Yeah, you have been a little jet setter.
A little jet setter with jet lag, and I'm super antsy today. So if I'm moving around a lot, just
you were kind of bouncing a little bit while I was setting up.
Yeah, I'm a little. I don't know what's going on. My body's going through it. But yeah, been traveling around. Was over in Europe and went to Ireland and London and Paris. So yeah, here we are back in
good old
Wisconsin, which actually right now I feel like I'm just back in Ireland and the UK anyways.
I was going to say this dreary weather is pretty similar to what they got.
Yeah, which I enjoyed it. I don't mind this kind of weather. It doesn't bother me. I wouldn't want it like every day, but you know.
No, it's kind of nice. It also is reflecting I've been kind of back and forth as far as my mood the past couple days. So I'm like, this is kind of a nice, cozy reflection.
Yeah, I think it's just because you've missed me.
I have missed you. I told you that. I hugged you when I got here.
He did hug me.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. I'm glad you missed me.
And now you missed me.
I really missed you so very much. Thought about you a lot
when you were
away.
Uh-huh. Jerking off in your hotel room?
Not alone.
Oh, let's get into it. So Dublin, London, Paris.
Yep.
Which of the three was your gayest experiences?
Probably London, just because I went out more in London. When I was in Dublin, I was not that my friends that I was with wouldn't have went out with me if I wanted to, but I was with a straight couple, so it just like doesn't feel as fun to go to the gay bar, you know. Not that they're not great people and they're totally open-minded, but it's different when you have other queer people to go with. Yeah, so I didn't really go out in London, and plus like when you're going to a new time zone that's I think it's 5 or 6 hours ahead, it's like you're just exhausted for the first few days anyways. So we had a lot of like touristy stuff to do. So London I think was the gayest, but I think Paris probably would have been the gayest had we had more time there. We weren't there that long. But yeah, it was a lovely trip, very expensive, very, very, very expensive, but worth it. Lots of great memories.
And it made you appreciate the small town.
It made me really appreciate the US for sure. Despite all the like the shit. And it was like kind of funny to watch, like a lot of the news there was like about the tariffs specifically were really upsetting people with like that kind of stuff. But like we really have it so convenient here. Just like paying for water everywhere, everything's room temperature, ice is like gold. And you know, there's no such thing as a fucking fountain soda anywhere. No, there is not. I'm a fountain soda girly, even though like I'm trying not to. I've like been in this little bit of a kick, but yeah, so I loved it. It was a great experience for me. Do I need to go back anytime super soon? No, I'm a little traveled out. We also took trains and flew a lot of places, so it was a lot of airport time and transit time. Was in 6 different airports in 11 days.
6?
Yeah, it was a lot.
So you flew out of MSP?
Flew out of MSP, then into Dublin, then from Dublin to London. Oh. Train from London to Paris, Paris back to Dublin, Dublin back to MSP. So it was a lot of travel. And the airport in Paris is heinous.
Yeah, which one was it?
I don't know. Is there more than one?
There's 2.
Okay, well, it was whatever one it was awful.
I don't know. There's Charles de Gaulle, and then there's one other one that I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, but it just took forever to get through.
Yeah.
It was like really a lot of walking.
Did you see? So wait, was it an international terminal or was it European Union?
I don't how does one know?
I don't know. I don't even know if there's a difference. All I know is when we flew into Charles de Gaulle, when we went to Paris, the hottest cops, fuck cops, but the hottest cops I've ever seen.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the biggest guns.
There was lots of hot cops in Paris for sure.
God, they do something.
I would say hottest guys in Paris for sure. Hottest trade of the 3 locations. Ireland last, London second.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a good time. Lots of beautiful scenery, lots of fun things. I went with one of our previous special guests, Amber Hudson, and her husband, Colton. So that was fun to get to spend some time with, one of my best friends and my drag daughter. And we travel pretty well together. I guess we haven't done a lot of trips together, but we had quite a few nights where it was just the 2 of us, and we're kind of like little schoolgirls where we just get giggly and just cackle and howl about the dumbest shit. So it was fun to just get to spend some time together. Yeah.
Nice.
So, what about you? What did you do while I was away?
I cried. Yeah, mostly just cried.
Okay.
Going through a big professional transition, as people who follow me on Instagram, which is, I think the majority of the people who listen to this podcast know that I'm, going through a professional transition, stepping down from my long-term job and to focus on the production company, which is both exciting and absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely doing great and not ruining my life.
You will be wonderful.
Thanks.
You can do it. Put your back into it as the wise. Is that mystical? Juvenile?
I know what you're referencing. I don't know who it was, though.
Juvenile thing. I don't know. I'm sorry that you were so lonely without me.
I was very lonely. And it's okay that I'm going through some turmoil because as, I've been thinking a lot about our chat with Amber. And as Amber said during her episode, closed mouths don't get fed and closed holes don't get bread. So that's my motto going into this.
You should get an arrow tattoo on your inner arm.
That says that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because just like an arrow, sometimes you have to go back to be able to shoot forward. I almost got an arrow tattoo once because I think that's cool, but it's so Instagram corny.
It's very 2008 Instagram girly.
Very me.
Yeah.
At heart.
No, 2012. I'll give that 2012.
But yeah, you should get the arrow with that saying. But it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
No risk, no reward.
Yep.
Rise and grind, kings. Let's get this bread. I've also started posting on my personal TikTok more. I think you've seen.
I did.
And I've taken up fishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's what I've been doing while you're gone.
Stirring the pot with TikTok and fishing.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and I applied for my bear hunting permit. In my quest to reclaim straight activities for the gays.
Okay.
I applied for a bear hunting permit because bear hunting permits, how they work in Wisconsin anyways, it's a lottery system. So it's $4.50 to get in on the lottery. And I'm almost certainly not going to get it this year, but every year you enter and don't get it, you get more points towards eventually getting it.
Okay.
So I figure by the time I actually get my bear hunting permit, I will actually want to go hunting.
And what are you going to do with the bear?
Eat it, keep its bones. I will literally have to take out a loan to get its pelt taxidermied, but then I'll have a sick bearskin rug.
Okay. Are you going to take photos on it?
Oh yeah.
Nude photos?
Of course.
Cool.
But I need, a place where my cats are not going to ruin the very expensive bearskin rug. Because my friend, I don't know how serious he was being about it, but my friend said it might be $3,000 to get that pelt taxidermied.
I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So worth it though. I'll go into debt for that.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Well, sounds like you're living your best life.
Briefly, speaking of straight boy activities, I'm also going to make this a TikTok. If you or anyone you know is a queer person or a queer ally, specifically in the greater Eau Claire, Western Wisconsin area with experience and knowledge of trap shooting, email us at smalltownbiggays@gmail.com. We want to get that trap shooting league up and running this summer.
Yes.
Please reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
Well, you were like talking about like your career transition and whatever, and it came up in my memories from 4 years ago when I signed the lease for my salon. So, it was a very scary thing that I did. I had been trying to open a salon forever with many failed people, like circumstances not working out, many failed places. And this was kind of like just an opportunity that arose. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it all on my own, and just took the risk. And yeah, it's been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. So, just take the risk. Things will align the way they're supposed to, and maybe it might not be the way you're thinking it's going to, but it'll happen the way it should. So just trust the journey and say yes to things. And
worst case scenario, you fail, and every failure is one step closer to success, or something like that.
Yeah. And if you become homeless, you can live here if you need to for a week.
Thank you.
I also have a shed in the back. You could.
Perfect.
There's an angry squirrel you'll have to fight first.
For me, my husband, and our 3 cats. The cats will take care of the angry squirrel. Did I ever tell you about the time we got a squirrel in our house?
No.
This was recent, relatively recent, because I was editing the podcast and I heard a commotion in the basement. I heard a ruckus, and I get up to see what the ruckus is, and I stand at the top of the basement and I don't hear anything. So I go back to editing and I hear a bigger ruckus, and I go downstairs. Well, I go to the top of the basement stairs, and I see something jumping up the stairs, and it followed closely by one of the cats. And I realized that it was a fucking squirrel. And the squirrel like sees me, and our basement stairs are like just like 2x4s, and then there's a gap, and then the next stair. So the squirrel like ducked under the stairs back into the basement, and the cat was just chasing him on a loop. And I was also painting my nails while editing the podcast, and so I have wet nails. So I call my husband, and I'm like, babe, there's a fucking squirrel in the basement. What do I do? And he's like, this is usually a you thing. Why are you talking to me? And so I end up grabbing a trash can from our office, and I have to trap the squirrel underneath the trash can, and then get something underneath the trash can and take it outside. And I like set this, it's like on the Tupperware, like a Rubbermaid box lid, with an upside down trash can with a squirrel in it. So I take it outside, and I'm like, I don't want this squirrel to fucking attack me. So I set it down, and then I just like fucking soccer kick the trash can off into our backyard, and the trash can goes flying with the squirrel.
Oh, that poor
scampers
squirrel.
Away.
Oh, well.
Anyway, that's my
probably
squirrel.
Deserved it.
Yeah, little bastard got into our house through the chimney, so fuck him.
When we were in London, we were walking through the park like in front of Kensington Palace Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham.
Whatever. There's a lot of fucking palaces over there.
Yeah.
And there's like these squirrels that like will come up to you, and like, cause people feed them all day, and Amber was like down, like, oh, little squirrel. And it just like jumped right up and like latched on her leg. And she like screamed like the highest pitch woman scream ever, and was like, ah. And I was like, well, what did you like? It literally, you watched it do it to other people. Did you not think it was going to do it to you? It was so fucking funny. I was like, I don't trust animals like that.
Incredible. Sorry, just one more squirrel story. There's a homeless guy that I'm friends with on Facebook for some reason.
Okay.
And he made...
I already know. I know the story.
Friends with the squirrel. He's a character.
Yeah. Yeah, a homeless guy making friends with a pet squirrels. Character 101.
Yep, it's something.
So I want to talk to you about an experience I had across the pond.
Across the pond.
Yeah. So every time I travel, I try and do like some stuff in the queer scene. Especially I try to see drag shows. That's like my favorite thing to do. It's really hard to find drag in Europe, even though they have it, but they're just not good at advertising it, or I'm not good at finding it. I don't know. We struggled to find a lot of drag shows. But we did manage to find a few things. One thing in particular we went to was this nightclub called Gay Heaven.
Cool.
And it was huge, like this underground club, and like ginormous. And we went because they were having this event called Porn Idol. And Candy Muse from Drag Race was judging it this particular week. I think it's something they do weekly. The host of it was Lavoie, who was a finalist in this last season of UK Drag Race, which I didn't recognize because she was just as a boy in like gym clothes. It was really weird.
Interesting.
And she was kind of mean, like not like sassy drag queen mean, just like straight up being kind of mean. But she was hosting it. So basically the premise was this is they had 10 amateur people that were going to strip, and you had 2 minutes. You picked the song, you stripped to it, but you had to get completely naked by the end of the 2 minutes. So like you had to show it all, like not just a tease, like every exposed,
full uncut,
full nudity,
dick and balls, and ass.
Yep. 3 drag queens were up there judging you, and they would critique you after it, and then they would each write down a pound amount, their currency, and whatever queen that the contestant picked, whatever they wrote, that's the amount of money they won. They're going and they're doing this, and the first contestant is like, I'm just gonna say like what you would stereotypically think of that would enter this kind of a competition, like in his 40s, like probably back in his day was, you know, a nice little slice, but you know, has lived 40 years and
lived a life.
Yeah. Had a big penis. Mm-hmm. He was wearing a shirt that said, "Don't bully me, I'll come," which I thought was hilarious. So I was like, okay, this is like what it's going to all be. And then boy, was I wrong. There was a wide variety of contestants, including sexes as well. And out comes, I think, contestant number 6, Patricia, which that name already is just enough to kill me. I just find that name so hysterical. Patricia. So most of the contestants at this point had all stripped, and like probably the last 10 seconds would take their underwear off and show the goodies, you know. It was like a very slow process. Not Patricia. Patricia came out hot, and within 10 seconds was completely naked. Just came out like a bulldozer, ripped it all off.
Good for you, Patricia.
Yeah. And then proceeded to get on all fours and turn around and spread it open for us all to see. And now, mind you, this isn't a small crowd. There was probably 400 people in the audience. It was packed in there. It was huge. And Patricia was on all fours, spread open, showing us what God made her. Now, I've seen things on porn and whatever. I have never seen anything live like that. She was picking it up. She was flipping it around. She wanted you to see every square inch of what she had to offer. Patricia. And then the last contestant was one that Candy got to pick from the audience. And it was this boy who like just clearly wanted attention. And he was a very cute little twink dancer. Like, I think he was probably like a professional dancer. Beautiful body, but like tiny, like, you know, like probably 5'6" and just like built like a little, you know, whatever.
Like a little dancer.
Yep. And he was great at it. He didn't actually end up getting fully naked, which, so I don't know how, but he somehow made it to the next round. So it was Patricia and him. And as part of the second, well, he did get naked. He just kept his hand over his goodies.
Boring.
Yeah. So him and Patricia made it to the next round. And the next round was Candy Muse was performing, and they got to perform with her.
While naked, or they had to strip again?
No, they didn't have to, but you know who did. Patricia.
Because she's a queen.
She is.
We're going to find her. Patricia, if you're listening to this, smalltownbiggays@gmail.com.
Yeah. She, Candy Muse did a mix of Abracadabra and Judas. So it was a long mix. And again, Patricia was naked within about 10 seconds of the performance and just on all fours going at it while Candy's trying to do the choreography. And then you have, I think his name was Bobby, the dancer, like legitimately doing choreography and like was basically like trying to be like, I'm better than Candy Muse, which it was just awkward. So Patricia won, as she should, the queen she is. And with winning that, she won her money from earlier, plus then she won £100 for that. But she could bet it where if Candy Muse was able to make a basketball hoop within 3 shots, it would be £500. Patricia, being the queen that she is, put it all on bet, because she honestly would have gotten naked for free that night.
Oh yeah,
there was no amount of money she needed. She just wanted everyone to see it. Yep.
Mood.
Candy almost got it too. It was really fucking close, but didn't win. So Patricia was out. Nothing other than living her fantasy. And so that was just like,
Queen.
yeah, it was wild. I have never experienced anything like that before.
They don't do like shit like that in America. What the fuck?
Do you want to? We could set it up.
Where are we gonna? It would have to be like the most underground thing in the world because the city. You are antsy right now.
I know. Sorry.
It would have to be like the most underground thing in the world because if we did that anywhere within city limits, the city would shut it down. Well, if we did it in an official capacity anywhere in the city,
maybe it'd just be a one-time thing, and then they'd shut it down
Back
after
for
we already did it.
Yeah,
and then we could just do it the next year and call it something else, and then they would never know.
True.
Yeah. So then after that, everything we would do, we'd just be like, "That's very Patricia of you," you know, like it was just being silly, because we were just obsessed with her. She was the queen. But that started at 1 a.m. and Amber and I had to be up at 6 that morning to catch our train to Paris. And I got back to my hotel about 3:30 in the morning. It was a rough day. But yeah, so that was probably the most interesting of public events that happened on the trip. It was really cool, but it was fun to just watch like people embracing sexuality. There was beautiful women that were embracing their bodies. There was a couple really beautiful men that were embracing their bodies. It was a cool event. You would have loved it. It's very, very you.
All right, I'll get naked.
Yeah, would you have done it?
No, 100% not.
Why not?
Because while I am confident and I am learning to love myself, being that naked in front of that many people, and also here's the thing I've been so insecure about, which I think is the root of a lot of my insecurities since I was like a teenager, is I'm a grower, not a shower.
Okay.
So like people are going to judge me. They're going to think I have a small dick. It's only small when it's not big.
But then that's when you would be like, just wait.
True.
I'll just hit him with the 1, 2, 3 jab.
I'll just flop it around a bunch and then get.
I mean, you could have, gotten a little excited beforehand. I don't think there was a rule with that.
Viagra. You know what they call soccer in England?
Football?
Soccer.
I was like, wait, I'm so confused.
That's a dumb joke I stole from the TV adaptation of 10 Things I Hate About You from the early 2000s.
Oh.
No.
Cool.
It's great.
Porn idol.
Porn idol.
The trade was lovely across the pond. I didn't act upon a lot, but I talked a lot.
Did you?
I was going to pull some of it up and I just forgot, and we'll do it another time. But my favorite thing to do overseas, because I wasn't really acting upon stuff, was to get the men on Grindr to, because the accents were so hot, get them to say things to me on voice notes.
Good.
That's what
good.
I wanted them to do to me. So that was my favorite thing.
What were some highlights?
Oh, just a lot of, I don't know if we could, I feel like it'd have to be blurred on the podcast, huh?
I don't know. Well, it depends on what you're about to say.
You know, just a lot of like telling them that I want them to say they want to, you know, suck my cock and, you know, just the usual foreplay stuff, you know, and the accents were.
Right, I want to suck your cock.
No.
Do your best.
I can't. Like, I can't do it. It's not great.
So you weren't fucking any Cockney guys, okay?
Wait, what?
Cockney?
What's that?
That's that. Like,
cockhold?
Yeah.
Cuckolds?
Yep.
I did have a cock chair in my room.
Every hotel has a cock chair.
No, they don't.
Some hotels aren't sex positive, I guess.
No. Yeah, so that was my favorite thing to do. Just get them to say silly shit in their accents, which was hot.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the hottest guys were in Paris. But I'm very keen to Middle Eastern men. Like, I love guys like Turkey, Hungary. They're just so beautiful. And the variety of men over there is just
stunning.
Top notch. Stunning. Yeah.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
You never watched that show?
No.
Okay. Girls who get it.
But yes, I did have a few encounters with the men overseas. My hotel in London was so beautiful, which it really wasn't that expensive, which was also nice. But it just led for easier interactions. I'll just say that, because I'm the type, if I'm going to a hotel, I am not coming down to the lobby to get you. So unless my hotel makes it easy for a person to walk off the street and come up the elevator to my room, it's not happening. Dublin did not provide that opportunity. Paris probably could have, but I was staying with Amber and I were sharing a room, so she cock blocked. London was just like the prime time. Plus, we were just so fucking busy. We were going from the moment we woke up till basically we went to bed, and that involves a lot of coordination and time.
Well, when you only got so much time overseas, you got to make the most of it. So
yeah, so I had enough interactions to feel satisfied, but not enough to feel like I was a total slag.
Total slag.
Total slag. Someone was asking me if I felt like people were more sex positive over there. I don't necessarily know if that's true or not. I don't think so.
I mean, I would think sex positive just based off the Porn Idol event, but also that is at a gay club. But still, very few gay clubs I think in America would do something like that. But we're also, our government is also very prudish.
Yeah.
When it comes to.
Well, don't you think theirs would be too, though?
I weirdly think no, because they've been around longer.
Well, I mean, obviously they're doing it.
Yeah.
But maybe Strangehaven events can turn the tides.
True.
To Porn Idol USA.
Strangehavens.com/events/Porn Idol USA.
I guess I didn't notice much of a difference. I mean, I guess maybe. I don't know. It's hard because it's like when you do go to a bigger city, there's obviously a wider variety of people who find you attractive.
Yeah.
So like you get more attention than you do in a small town. So that's like always nice to just go and.
There is also like this theory that I don't know if it's a theory or if it's just like kind of a fact or whatever, but like when you're exposed to more of like a certain type, you are less, how do I word this? When you're exposed to like a certain type, you are less interested in that type necessarily because you can get it whenever versus like a different type, So like when it comes to Europe, granted, Europe is, starting to face some of the same struggles America has as far as like processed foods and like unhealthy lifestyles or whatever. But like they
like a big girl.
They like a big girl.
Okay, got it. Noted.
Because there's less big girls over there. So you were popular.
So what Chance say is I'm a big fat slob that they love.
Piece of shit and they want to rub your belly.
Oh God. Yeah.
They're fetishizing you. TM.
It's okay. I'll take it. As long I'm not trying to have anything serious with anyone over there. So although I am trying to fall in love with an Irish boy right now.
Like one you're still talking to on the apps?
Well, we've moved to the Instagram now.
What's his name?
Jonathan.
What's his at?
Big Dick Johnny boy. I actually don't know his at off the top of my head, but I'll show you later. I don't know. I like am just the type. I don't have a type, so I just like
your Irish boyfriend.
Could you imagine? What if I like? I'm not moving. He's coming here. If anything,
you better.
I think we have a good relationship with Ireland though, because you can also do all of your. We did like all of our. What do you call it? It's like when you go to a foreign country, you have to.
Go
through it. Customs. There we go. Yeah. In Ireland, you do your customs there before coming into the U.S. So we have like a relationship with them.
Interesting. So your Irish boyfriend is going to move here, and then we're going to have him on the pod.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cut out all the references of him being your Irish boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'll just bleep out the boyfriend.
Maybe. I am the. Okay, maybe this is just me being weird. I just like attention.
You? What? No.
I don't know if I actually really want a boyfriend, but I want someone to
pay attention to you.
Yeah, like a boyfriend would.
That's fair.
And then when I don't want it, go away. And then when I want it, you give it back to me.
What is a healthy relationship rather than giving attention when it is wanted and not needing to give it all the time?
Say that again.
That's just a relationship.
Oh, okay.
You do want a boyfriend.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I'm so confused.
You want a boyfriend who will give you attention when you want it.
Yeah.
And not give you attention when you don't want it.
Yeah. Is that normal?
Yeah. I think that's
healthy?
just, you're just describing a healthy relationship.
Oh.
You can just have alone time in a relationship.
I've never seen one of those before. A healthy relationship.
I worry that.
Who that?
I worry I need too much attention that I annoy my husband sometimes.
Tom, does he? I know
Tom,
you.
do I annoy you?
We need to get
Email us,
Tom on.
smalltownpks@gmail.com. We will have Tom on soon. We just have to record on a Sunday instead of a Tuesday. So
That's going to be hard with my church schedule, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Yes. So I love attention from men. I love going on Grindr overseas and just getting the attention that I think I deserve.
I did not go on it when we were in Paris because we were there with family.
Yeah, but you can still talk to people.
I know, but I'm not a talker. We've talked about this before on the podcast. I'm not like just go on there to like make conversations and sext. If I'm on the apps, I'm usually like looking.
Yeah.
But I think that might also be because I have a husband.
But isn't it fun to just see who would want you potentially? Like I'm not on there like
sometimes.
I'm not on there like all day long being like, tell me you're gonna lick my butthole all day long. I'm just like, tell me you want me. I want to see a picture of you. You're hot. Cool. Okay, bye.
No, I'm gonna ignore
Love
you.
it. Yeah. I just want to know who would want it.
Yeah.
Who would I give it to if I felt like it?
Just for
You know,
funsies.
you could have missed your Irish.
My Irish slam
Lover.
piece that happened to be in Paris when I was in Paris.
I like having attention from different guys, which is probably says a lot about my mental health, but I'm just always, here's the thing. Maybe this is going to turn into a therapy session quick, but I'm just always waiting for guys to disappoint me. So it's like, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket with a man. I'm just not, because they always end up disappointing you.
So do you think that prevents you from finding an actual boyfriend?
No, because I don't think anyone I talk to is worthy of that title yet.
Except for Big Dick Jonathan from Dublin.
Yeah. We've also just only recently started talking. I met him on the last night out.
Oh.
Yeah.
You met him in person?
No.
Oh.
Nope. We've just been Instagram friends.
Cute.
Which is kind of a big deal because I normally don't give that out, honestly, because it's pretty personal.
Sounds like you're putting a couple eggs in that basket.
Yeah, I'm going to
put
something in that basket.
I
I don't know. You never know. You never know.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to meet Jonathan.
I'm still talking to the band guy from Chicago.
Oh, are you still?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I have my Puerto Rican lover too. Or not Puerto Rican, Dominican. Dominican
racist.
lover. Yeah. Racist.
Racist.
Big boobs.
Big boobs.
I don't know. I like to chat with people. I feel like people overseas appreciate me more because I'm a plus size lover. Because I show the spoils of American wealth. I am everything that they hate.
Well, that's why, straight women prefer dad bod to being like super cut and lean.
Yeah.
It's evolutionary. It shows that you are a good hunter, well fed.
And gatherer.
Yeah.
I am not a good hunter. I'm lazy.
I think you're a good cock hunter.
True. A coctress.
Did you ever watch that show?
No.
I think I watched like one episode of
Cock
it.
Hunter? Is that a
yeah,
thing?
it was called like Cock Hunter. I think it was actually on like a network, or like an internet streaming service or something.
I feel bad for anyone watching this YouTube video this week
Because you're just jittering.
I can't fucking sit still. I'm sorry. I feel like maybe I drank 12 cups of coffee. I didn't, but I just am really antsy.
That's okay.
So we have lots of Pride events coming up. We're gearing up for, which we talked about in the last episode of Pride, and now it's here. So I'm actually really excited for this weekend coming up. Excited to just like feel that positive energy. I love Pride season. It's one of my favorites besides Halloween season. Which, I mean, they're one and the same, really.
Those are my two biggest holidays. Halloween is really just Pride, but spooky.
Yeah. It's like being prideful of being a spooky bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have lots of really fun stuff coming up. Lots of cool things. Life is great. I'm an antsy little bitch.
You're an antsy little bitch.
That's too closed off for a relationship and is going to fall in love with an Irishman.
I hope so. And then I'm going to get to listen to his accident.
Accident. The accident of a relationship that we have created. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm going to get to watch that train wreck.
It will be if
It
I'm
won't
involved.
be a train wreck. You need to have faith in yourself. Put some eggs in a basket.
Faith Hill.
Faith
I
Hill.
have some Faith Hill.
Yeah.
What's the song she sings? Just Breathe? I don't know. I don't listen to country music.
I don't listen to Faith Hill. I know the name though.
We did go to the Devil Wears Prada on the West End in London.
How was that?
Lovely. Vanessa Williams was in it. If you don't know her, she sings Unbreak My Heart.
I was going to say the tennis person.
That's
I'm
Venus
thinking
Williams.
Venus Williams.
And also, Vanessa Williams doesn't sing on Break My Heart. That's Toni Braxton. I was just trying to see if you knew.
No.
You didn't catch it?
Nope.
It was a great joke.
I like The Devil Wears Prada, the movie.
Then you would love it. It was great. Elton John did the music for it.
Did he?
Yeah. It was hilarious. I'm not like a big like Broadway musical person. It's not my gig normally, but that was probably the best show I've seen. And I've seen quite a few just because I've been able to go to some, but it's not like not my thing, but I loved it. It was really good. I would go back to it.
Next time I'm in New York, I'll have to go see Devil Wears Prada because we went and saw Chicago.
I don't know if it's in the States yet. It's new to the West End.
Oh, is it just a new? Oh,
it's very new.
Yeah, cool.
So I don't know if it does well, which it's seemingly doing well, then they'll probably move it to Broadway. Yeah. How has the response been to us having guests? Have people been enjoying that?
Good. Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys want more? What do you guys want from us? Do you want more people? What kind of people do you want us to interview?
My brother,
wants to be interviewed.
My brother told me that what this podcast is really lacking is a token straight person. So my brother wants to be interviewed. That's about the response I gave him. But maybe we'll have you on, Jake. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll have there's a long list in front of him.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
You know, he's your brother, so he probably has some good stories about you that might be interesting.
He definitely does.
Giving his perspective of little Chancy boy.
Good thing I have control over the edit.
Maybe we could do our brothers in an episode.
We could do our brothers in an episode.
And then what if they became lovers?
I don't think your gay brother and my straight brother with a wife and 2 children are gonna become lovers.
Maybe he'll just leave his wife and children.
Leave my nieces without a father? Well, then they'll have 2 dads.
Yeah. And bonus dad, as they say. No, I don't think that'll happen at all either. No. But we could have a brother episode. That'd be kind of fun.
That could be fun.
A perspective from a straight brother and a queer brother.
Mm-hmm. I know very little about your brother, so
yeah, you'll get to know him. You can interview him. You can come up with a list of 5 questions you wanted to ask him about me, and I'll do the same for your brother, and then we'll crossfire them.
Yep, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's because I'm a genius.
You are a genius.
Yeah, more people need to know that about me.
I'll make that specifically a TikTok of you being a genius and that.
Yeah. Wow,
what an episode.
What an episode of random shoot fire. I didn't really feel like I have like a lot to talk about, but not a lot at the same point. Like,
no, yeah, it's like
I've just been traveling.
Well, you've been busy, so this is a nice little I think I'm going to title it Big Gay Abroad.
Big Gay wearing a bra abroad.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't wear a bra. I never wear bras. I like to let
my
freak flag fly.
Let the big titties.
Give me your suggestions on where I should travel next. That's what I want to know.
Suggestions on where to travel next. Who do you want to see on the podcast? Let us know if you know how to shoot trap.
Yeah.
smalltownbiggays@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or DM us.
Tell us your fun pride stories. Yeah, that's all for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bye.
Bye. Antsy little bitch out.
Small Town Big Gays is hosted by Travis Gorell and me, Chance Smith. Our music is 1am by TYB. You can check out his music. Links are in the episode description. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at STBG Pod. Find us on Facebook if you're a Facebook person. Email us at smalltownbiggays@gmail.com. And for more shit from me, Chance, go to strangehavens.com.